Yeah, so let's go on ahead on and finish up on this. But what I want to say to you, pay close attention. There will always be those that can't really see. They're not going to see what I'm talking about. And I hope the few that watched my videos, I hope y'all see this, what I'm saying. There's no paperwork can get you out of what we're in this system. Can no paperwork get us out of this system. It's only designed to keep you further entrapped in the system. Using paper. This is a paper system. A paper tiger system. This is the era of paper entrapment or paper slavery. Birth certificates and all that other stuff. It's designed to keep us separated. In other words, you're going to fight the system as an individual. You're not going to be in unity. So the next couple of minutes, however long it takes, I'm going to explain to you the only way that we can get out of this system is in unity. Now look, let's look at the Caucasian when he came over here. He was very few of them. The land was covered with so-called Native Americans. So the Caucasian, what he did was he made friends, with the people because he didn't know nothing about the land, the environment, and he had to adapt. So the local natives or the local people of the land made friends back. They trusted in him and showed him how to live in the land. There wasn't no paperwork involved when all this took place. Treaties wasn't signed yet. It was just, here go these foreigners over here. There wasn't no concept of treaties and papers. This concept of treaties and papers is from the Caucasian. Only reason why you sign treaties is when you're in a warlike state or warlike position. Then you sign a peace treaty. Now you could put some different names on top of that treaty. But then the Caucasian started hustling to make currency, or either to make a financial situation. He didn't have no land now. His land was back over in England, but he was getting finance back over in England because his mission was to come over here and take over the land. So they sent a small group of corrupt people over here, prisoners or crooks and stuff, because just in case something happened, they wouldn't lose their noblemen, they wouldn't lose their people, but their mission was to come over and take over. So they started learning how to live off the land and then trading with the Indians, setting up trading posts. Wasn't no paper involved. Wasn't no money involved. They was just trading whatever the people needed. They would trade back and forth. you know. Now, they start sending guns and weapons over here. The mission was to divide and conquer. While they doing this over here, they over in Africa doing the same thing. They over there. You know, they've been over in Africa long before they came over in the Americas. With the Greeks, with Alexander, etc., Caesar. So they over there in Africa doing the same thing, dividing and conquer. Get a hold of the land. Just a very few amount. Didn't take a whole lot. But they're in unity. They're the same mindset. You know, the average Joe Blow on the street over in England probably didn't know what was happening. But the government, the queens, the kings, and the noblemen knew what was happening. They want to make money. They want to expand their operation. So they go over here and prime the land, you know. So then they goes on. Then once they got the guns and weapons, they start setting up fake wars with the Indians by accusing another tribe of doing something criminal to another tribe, supplying them with whiskey, dope, and whatever they needed. Meanwhile, they're doing the same thing in Africa and over in China, over in Japan. They're doing the same, running the same game. So let's fast forward it up to the slave, you know, when they got the slaves over here. That's how they got the slaves over here. You know, running game, trickery. And they used the slaves because the Indians, they couldn't handle what the slaves could handle. The slave was made out of more rugged material. So they got into the breeding. They was going to even breed them to be more supreme, you know. So they started breeding the slaves. And the Indians got mixed up in that, and some of the Chinese got mixed up in it, you know. And so we're going to come back with this, because I'm going to get to this point right quick. Black Light Out.